This is a camera sensor built by Mountain. It's fittingly called IBEX, named after mountain goats. It's an autonomous AI sensor for edge intelligence. ipXers, I'm here at CES 2026 outside the Alif booth, and I'm going to chat with Vincent from Mountain to find out just a little bit more about what makes this camera sensor so fascinating. Vincent, great to meet you. So Mountain, you guys have created this autonomous AI vision sensor. Why did you do it?
Actually, we started from a very simple concept that's most of our big industrial groups, which are our customers, most of the assets are in regions where there's no connectivity, no power, so no AI. And we wanted to build a solution just to bring, AI that they're using in the factories, to bring them to the pipeline in the deserts, to some, remote locations around.
So you mentioned AI. So what AI are we talking about? Are we talking about face recognition or pose models? What do we think?
No, that's what we wanted to do. We don't want to build a toy. We want to be to bring industrial grade applications. So that's why we designed from the beginning. We wanted to select the best energy efficient chip because it has to work autonomously. And we develop on top of that a own middleware that enables to take more advantage of the system to make to put more complex, more greater AI models with more accuracy.
And so what are some really good applications of this? Where could you see this being used?
Yeah, we have a lot of traction in wildfire detection, not only for the firefighters, of course, but also some pulp and papers companies, because the tree forests are the assets. Pipeline in the deserts, we have some energy company because operating dams, and they want to know how much snow there are and what is the future production capacity, these kind of things. Very, very diverse.
And so, Vincent, there's quite a few AI-driven camera sensors out there. What makes yours special? What makes yours better?
But the problem is all these AI cameras, they require power up and they require fiber optic or 5G. We don't do that.
How?
Because we use our middleware solution to basically deploy more efficiently the AI models, and we pick an energy efficient chips from Alif Semiconductor to make it happen.
And so I've actually got Henrik from Alif Semiconductor to talk about it. So you actually designed the chips that go into Mountain's AI vision sensors. Tell us how you're making that so power efficient.
So one of the main goals that we had all the way from the beginning was to create microcontroller solutions that had the ability to run edge AI at an extreme, as power efficiently as possible, essentially. So, and we've talked about this many times before. In our architecture, we've essentially set up different domains that can be used throughout the entire duty cycle of the application. When you're collecting, your data, when you're just kind of ingesting information, we have a special domain inside the device that can run that part of the duty cycle super power efficiently. Then we have a high performance side of the chip that you can wake up really fast, that can do the, heavy processing once you find interesting data that you want to understand more details of. So for instance, in a system like Mountains, when that system is kind of just scanning to see is anything interesting going on, you can run that on the efficiency side of the device. And once it sees something that looks like, ooh, this might be the data that I'm actually looking for, you fire up the high performance side and you can very, very quickly determine, is that a smoke, out in the forest, or, is that a vehicle that is driving in front of the camera, things like that.
And Vincent, so how are you actually using Alif's hardware stack to then enable such great performance for your camera?
Yeah, I think our team has been in the edge AI for 15 years or so, and we are very fond to see this kind of chip because they are kind of complex, because there's a lot of things, but they are very powerful. But the problem is that the two chains are still lying behind, so that's why we have developed a own software stack, export software stack. So our customers, they have their own AI models. We don't care, right? But that's because they are really working for their own app, but we find a way to export them efficiently on the chip. A very simple example, if you take the standard two chain, if you do face detection, after 1 or 2 meters, you lose the face. With our camera, up to 25 meters, you can still see the face.
Oh,
so,
wow, really?
Yeah, so that's for security usage, it could be used. For wildfire, we detect up to 15 kilometers with this camera.
What advantages does your sensor have? You mentioned usually you need like a fiber optic link to get away from it. You don't need that.
2 points about connectivity. We don't need Wi-Fi, fibre or 5G for 2 reasons. First, it's unavailable in 85% of the Earth. Second, we don't want the same behavior. we send metadata. We send, oh, okay, I detected two faces, or I detected a wildfire. So I don't need that. So we work with operators like Deutsche Telekom, T-Mobile, these kind of guys. And our solution integrates terrestrial and satellite hybrid connectivity. So it can work in 180 countries, terrestrial, and we connect to two satellite constellation low orbit and two satellite constellation geo constellation. So wherever you are on the Earth, it can work. And that's why we are incubated by, for example, by CMS EGM. It's a first world company for freight container chips. And our solution work in the Airbus, but they work also on the chip. It's exactly the same solution. So that makes life easier for everyone.
So Vincent, I'm sold. I'm an engineer. I want to take one of my vision models and deploy onto your hardware using your software. Where can I find you? What does the journey look like?
Yeah, so the customer journey, what we're building right now is we are trying to collaborate with, cloud AI training platform. So we are discussing with Edge Inforce, we are discussing with Trietix, this kind of guys. So you prepare your model, you train it, and then we were going to be the export button. We are going to be the bridge between that and Alif Semiconductor chip, for example. So that's the journey. So you train your model, you buy our development kit, you export, and you go directly and you run our application.
And so where can I find you?
We can find us on our website, so mountainedge.ai, and you can contact us, and we will set up soon. We are finalizing the different developments, so Q1 2026. That's why we are launching at CES. So you can find us. You can buy the Eval kit. You can run, we can buy our license, our firmware, and software stack, and you have to go.
Vincent, really great to meet you. It's a Mountain at CES 2026. If you want to find out more information about them, there'll be links in the description below.